Simple is known for his impressive plays, but he's also known for his impressive rages just as well. Take this one, for example, after a devastating loss to Cloud9. He's also not the only pro that tends to crash out. How about a pro almost passing out after a clutch, or a player trash talking right before getting eliminated? These are 18 crazy moments where pros absolutely lost their shit. Starting out, we have devices, monitor punch versus FaZe. Tom Cruise himself is known for throwing punches in movies, but also against monitors. But this time, it's a lot better. And this is his hardest one yet.
Wow! Oh my.
From punching monitors to punching desks. Next up is Donk. Remember all the hype about Donk a while ago? Well, it's safe to say that people can crumble under this kind of pressure. And at I Am Dallas 2024, Donk found himself in a do or die situation against Vitality. The pressure was on, and all eyes were on the rising star. It's Dust 2, and Donk is pushing to find Spinks in the middle. But Spinks is able to turn around and just kill him. You can see the disbelief on Donk's face. He can't believe he just whiffed that. And then it happens.
Moving aggressively, getting an awkward timing, but Donk, he's frustrated.
Next up is a classic of a pro absolutely losing it. The king of raw emotion himself, Simple, at ESL 1 Cologne 2017, NAVI versus Cloud9. The stakes, massive. The tension, through the roof. And Simple, he's facing his ex-teammate. That means drama. Navi end up losing, and the Undertaker is not able to control his emotions. From one GOAT to another, the next one up is Nico during ESL Pro League 2024. G2's facing a strong M80, and the pressure's on. These guys are supposed to cruise through, but M80 were not backing down. It's overtime, and the tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Then montaze pulls off a clutch play, and G2 takes it to 2019. What does Nico do? He slams that desk like it owes him money.
Yeah.
But look closer. That's not anger. That's the sweet release of thank God we didn't choke. Speaking of Nico, we have another clip of him in our collection. This time, it's G2 versus Vitality. And it's do or die time. And Vitality is only 2 rounds away from sending them packing. Nico's trying to keep it cool, but you can see it in his eyes. He's like a volcano ready to blow. The round starts and it's absolute chaos. G2's scrambling, trying to stay alive. And thankfully, out of nowhere, we see the Russian wonder kid montaze put on a masterful show. Nico can't hold himself back anymore, and they just spread out. Pure excitement. And with that round, they were finally able to stop the winning streak of Vitality.
And just when we were about to write him off, he appears.
Speaking of G2, this legendary opera right here was also part of G2, but not as an active player anymore, but as a streamer. The op god himself, may he have stepped away from the pro scene, but he's far from done with CS, and he's still got the heat. After choking around away, he stands up and no-scopes the shit out of his gaming chair. You've all been there, full-blown, face-it frustration.
There we go.
Let's talk about montaze. This kid's usually chill as ice, but even ice cubes melt sometimes. Team Liquid versus G2 on Vertigo, elimination games, and G2's feeling the knockout. Montaze's got his game face on, but you can see the cracks starting to show. Liquid's pushing hard, and G2's struggling to keep up. Then it happens. G2 loses a crucial round, and montaze, he snaps. But here's the thing. It's not some crazy rage moment. Nope. Our boy montaze gives his monitor a little love tap. It's like he's saying, come on, buddy. Work for me here. It's wild to see montaze lose his cool, even for a second. Even the calmest pros have their breaking points. And when the stakes are this high, sometimes you just gotta let it out.
Run every shot a headshot. And you can see montaze.
Rewinding the clock a little bit, we've got Glaive's epic celebration fail. Astralis is up 13-8 against a weak Mousesports, and Glaive's feeling himself. He's so confident, he pulls out the classic wink him goodbye gesture. Oh, Glaive, you didn't just do that, did you? That shouts karma from a mile away, and oh boy, what happens next is something you could not script any better. Well, Mousesports didn't take too kindly to that little taunt. They start one of the craziest comebacks in Counter-Strike history to send Astralis packing. After Glaive realizes that they just lost, he cannot hide it any longer. His pure anger and frustration comes out. He slams his desk 5 times in a row with full force, and I'm really wondering if his fingers were okay after that. Now back to modern times, we need to talk about Donk again, our beloved Ferrari peaking enthusiast. But this time, it's not about his desk slamming skills. Donk's in the middle of an intense match. Then, out of nowhere, he lets out his shout. But it's not just any shout, it's higher pitched. Unexpected, like a squeaky toy has come to life. The whole HLTV forum is stunned in shock. A new meme is born.
Dang it tastes good.
Sometimes losing your shit can go against you. Now, while that scream was high-pitched, this next scream, it's gonna catch you off guard. You thought Donk's reactions were unique? Oh, just wait till you see what happens when 2 of the most vocal in-game leaders clash. We're talking about Apex versus Cadian. Blast Premier Spring Groups 2023. Vitality versus Heroic. Apex stands up, face red as a tomato, and he lets out a scream that could wake even the dead. But he's not yelling into the void. Oh, He's aiming the scream right at Cadian.
Oh, he has no choice, but he only needs one.
But do you ever wonder how Cadian reacts after winning a round? I've got something special for you in our next clip. Let's set the scene. Team Liquid just got a massive round. The crowd is absolutely roaring, and Cadian, he loses it, but not how you'd expect. Instead of screaming or desk slamming, the man starts spamming Fortnite emotes? Full goofy mode on.
Big grin on his face because he knows what he's done.
Cadian's goofy dancing is nothing compared to the meltdown we will experience next. Vitality's struggling, already down one map and losing 5-11 on Nuke. But Apex, he's got a plan. A quick push through the doors with a grenade sounds good so far. If only. Kyojin gets blocked by Masuda from behind, and the whole thing, well, it falls apart. The nades fail completely, and Apex face is in absolute disbelief. Instead of raging, Apex just loses it. He turns around and starts running back to spawn, shooting in the air. Even the casters do not understand what's happening, and I'm sure Apex feels the same way about why he's on a team with these guys.
Okay. You good, Apex?
Nico's been on this list a lot, and you're going to see him again right here, right now. Nico, he's having a rough day. It's a crucial match, and Nico's aim is just, well, off. You can see the frustration building. Every missed shot. His teammates are looking nervous. The crowd's getting relentless, and Nico, he's about to lose his temper once again. This time, not out of joy or anger against his teammates or the opponent. It's a death stare against his mice. A funny sequence, if you ask me.
Gale, and he ends up getting 4 kills. Gotta cut the cord, man.
Now I've got a question for you. Do you remember the legendary Swedes from Fnatic? Then let me take you back into a way back machine. We're about to see one of the greatest matchups in Counter-Strike history. Fnatic with Crims and JW against the new phase. But even back then, the mental part of the game was the same like today. Crims and his Fnatic lost a round, and he cannot stand it anymore. He just slams his desk as hard as he possibly can.
But there's an AWP still up.
Oh, wow.
And Crims, yeah, he's really on the...
Now that clip, to be honest, it was a pretty impressive desk slam, but it's nothing in terms of the absolute raid boss of desk slamming later in this video. Let's check out our next clip with Halzark at IEM Road to Rio, Dallas. Complexities facing 0-0 Nation, and they're the heavy favorites. But sometimes being the favorite just adds a little bit to the pressure. Halzark's got his op out, and he's on fire. 1 kill, 2 kills, 3, 4. On top of that, he was very close to getting a collateral to finish it off. The crowd's holding their breath. This could be the play of the tournament. But Taco from 0-0 Nation, he's able to dodge the bullet and refrag his Brazilian teammates. The collateral doesn't happen. The round's lost. You can see the madness on Halzark's face. All of the work and nothing to show for it. And then Halzark, he loses his shit, just as Crims did, but with much more force.
Flashed on the site.
Man, between Crims and Halzark, death slams must just be a thing coming from Scandinavia. But something that's not coming from Scandinavia is Apex and his trash-talking Hades. It's IEM Katowice 2024, and this guy, Apex, he's known for his passive-aggressive personality, but he's about to take it to a whole new level. This is not your casual trash-talking or screaming after a round is won. He took it personal, like MJ did in every sequence of The Last Dance. He literally flames Hades for being a newbie and screams at him, "What are you doing?" The unfortunate thing, Ents will later send these guys packing. What a sweet redemption arc for Hades.
Attack! What you doing, mate? Go with your teammates! Fucking newbie!
And for this next clip, I need you to imagine your whole team is struggling, much like every game of matchmaking. But your captain, your in-game leader, also starts shouting at you verbally. This is exactly what happens to Dentists right before their match against Cloud9. They were overconfident in interviews and told everybody how dangerous they are, just to get completely stomped by C9. The CIS team built around Boomich. Nafni, the IGL of BetBoom, lost his temper and starts arguing and raging against his own teammates. And so far, honestly, Nafni has never achieved anything better than this event yet.
Quad kill from Perfecto, really stepping it up.
Oh, yeah, Nafni must have copped a little bit of back chat there. Very unhappy with this one. And that's the game.
Yeah.
Slipping through the fingers.
Nafni, more like Nafoni. Our last but not least clip is the same reaction we get at popflash when you subscribe. Our dream is to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and it would be amazing if you could help us on that journey. Now, getting straight into the clip. Some people argue Simple is the GOAT, and some people argue it's ZywOo. But we found the biggest believer of ZywOo, and it's his own teammate, Magisk. After a wonderful clutch by the French phenom, Magisk nearly passes out of excitement.
Terrific! You can't look away!
Now, if that's not losing your shit in a kind of good way, I don't know what is. And that's going to be it for today's episode of Pop Flash. If you haven't had enough, hey, maybe check out this video here. And remember, always stay frosty.